CFA Nation, Gabe,
Nick,
and we are here today to bring you another installment of Cricket Convos. Oh, Nick, I'm so excited for today because it's my West Indies T20 squad announcement, baby. Oh, and you know who made the side. We don't talk about that, but you know who made the side. The universe boss. Oh, the universe boss. Bro, I'm telling you, super excited for this team. You know, a couple of missions I really want to talk about right now. A couple glaring holes I feel we have. But my man, what's going on, Nick?
what's up, Gabe? I'm curious, and the rest of the audience is curious. Are we going to get a happy Gabe from this conversation, or is it going to be a rant monster? Because he may be ranting. All I know is my favorite West Indian is on the squad, and I'll announce who that is in just a little bit. But I don't want to waste any time. Gabe, let us know who's on the side.
All right, so on the side we have, and let me once again pull it up here. It's already at the bottom of the article.
Now, as you're pulling it up, the first guy, oh man, he keeps giving me nightmares. He hates himself, the Barbados Royals. He always wants to crush them. That's right. Kieran Pollard is our captain. Is your captain, I should say.
All right. So as Nick mentioned, we got Kieran Pollard, the captain, of course. Nicholas Perron. We're going to have some great fielding. Fabian Allen, Dwayne Bravo, Roston Chase, Andre Flesher, Chris Gale, the universe boss. Sherman, the hitman, Hitmeyer. Evan Lewis, McCoy, Lendell Simmons, all right? Robbie Rumpole, all right? And I've heard some good things about him. I haven't actually watched him bowl, but I've heard some good things from Ajab. He's really excited about him. And you know Ajab knows more cricket than, you know, anyone else, especially us. So I'm going to take his word for it. Absolutely. Andre Russell, O'Shane Thomas, Hayden Walsh Jr., who we both love. And in the reserves, we got Darren Bravo, Sheldon Cottrell, Jason Holder, and Mr. Hossein. All right, so, Nick, right off the bat, there's a huge absolutely glaring omission that, A, we're playing in the UAE, right? It's a big, more of a spin-friendly track. And I get it because he struggled last year dealing with his action, right? Especially after they changed his action. He was still relatively economical, but he didn't take as many wickets. And maybe that's why they decided to do this. But no Narayan, bro. Wow, that's crazy to me. But what do you think about this side, Nick?
I'm gonna get people upset because I don't think it's that big of a deal with Narayan. The guy loves to do the illegal action in the UAE. You know he loves
How dare you? How dare you?
But I've been paying attention to the Trivago Knight Riders because I want to troll you so bad, but they keep winning. And he, from the ones I've seen, the scorecards I've seen, he's not provided too much. He's not. They keep putting him as an opener too. He has not provided too much as far as runs. He's gotten some wickets here and there. My favorite player, you know this because on the Barbados Royals, is Hayden Walsh Jr. I'm excited to see him there. I have no problem with him being the last name because for me, he's a fielding specialist. I don't know what's more strong for him besides the batting or the bowling, but this guy can field like crazy. O'Shane Thomas also plays for the Royals, so I've seen him a little bit. This guy's a monster. He is, in my opinion, probably the biggest dark horse. I'm not going to say he's a no-name, right? But this guy has the potential. He can get you 3 or 4 or 5 wickets in an innings. He really can, even in T20. Hitmeyer, I mean, we know what he can do, but he's, no pun intended, he's hit or miss, in my opinion, as far as consistency goes. Perron, I mean,
dude, he was in such bad form in the IPL. I'm so glad that it ended.
Has he got higher than 5 or 6 recently?
Bro, the IPL was bad. Now he's done better in domestic, but man, and I think he went also and played in the BBL as well. But man, in the IPL he struggled like you wouldn't believe. But hopefully that's out of him. And mind you, the IPL was not in the UAE; it was actually in India. Now we're going back to the UAE where he played fabulous last year. So hopefully,
very, very well.
So hopefully that helps. Andre Russell, keep going, my man.
Yeah, let me do some love for some guys. Fabian Allen is a beast. Dwayne Bravo, this is his last hurrah. You know, You know he's going to get some wickets. Not even a question there. I was surprised. I didn't know Roston Chase was in the T20 squad, so that's pretty cool. Andre Fletcher, I am so waiting for this guy to break out and have a huge innings. It might be in this World Cup. You never know. Andre Russell is Andre Russell, right? I mean, this guy is a monster. And then your reserves, man. Could they be possibly some of the strongest reserves in all the sides that we've looked at least? You got Darren Bravo, Sheldon Cottrell. This guy got a walk-off 6 against my Royals. Everyone hates my Royals, including me, for crying out loud, including me. And then Jason Holder. Jason, fall from grace. This guy was the captain of the test squad. This guy was bringing the, oh, gosh, what's that team? The Birds, not the Firebirds. What's their name? Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man.
Sunrisers. The Sunrisers.
Sunrisers, yeah.
This guy was helping them almost to the finals. This guy's a beast. And he loves getting himself some power play wickets for the Royals. I'm surprised to see him as a reserve. That's my biggest surprise on this list, even bigger than Narayan not even being there whatsoever.
So, first and foremost, I love and I hate this squad. Why? Because this is a West Indies squad, okay? Here's what I mean. You've got a team that can basically go out there and mash. They could put up 200, or they can go out for a $110. You know, it'd be a $120.
Hey, that's more than the Royals average.
Just saying, all right? Just saying. Because you got a lot of swing and miss here. Now, the Universe Boss is going to more than likely be your opener, right? He's consistently played as an opener, but you know that the Universe Boss can give you 40 or 50 from that spot, or he can go out early. And if you're going to get Chris Gale, you're going to get him in the first few overs, 2-3 overs. Because once he gets settled in, then he's going to be the Universe Boss. You know what I'm saying, dude? So that's a little concerning for me. That's a little concerning for me, all right? With that being said, there's a lot of swing and miss here. We'll talk about later putting on our 11, okay? But Perron, Fabian Allen, maybe that's why Roston Chase, by the way, Nick, you're right. Roston Chase doesn't play T20. This is his maiden. This is his maiden T20.
No way.
Yes, it is. And honestly,
they want those wickets.
Honestly, I think it's because of the performance, what they saw him do in the CPL, because he's been great there, but it's a little different animal, bro. You're facing world-class bowling now, as opposed to just other CPL teams with other local domestic talent. I mean, there's other good bowlers in the CPL, but not at the rate that they're going to see when they face an Australia, when they face England, when they face an India. Oh my gosh, boomer. You know what I mean? That's not what they're facing in the CPL. Just saying. And again, like you said, Hitmeyer been known to throw away his wicket. And the bowling is really where I am concerned with, man. Russell just recently went off for, I think, the fastest 6, right? A couple of, I want to say it was like maybe a couple weeks ago, bro. So you know that they're going to score. My problem is, can they, fastest 50, thank you. You know they're going to score. My thing is, are they going to be able to get the wickets? How is Jason Holder? Fine. Sunil Narayan has struggled since he had to change his action last year. He got suspended. It was into the UAE. I can see that, why they're not playing. Like you said, he's not exactly lighting it up in the IPL. I mean, in the CPL. But, bro, Jason Holder, like you said, in the UAE last year, dominated. He brought back Sunrisers from the brinks of elimination and got them to the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, this guy was so good, and he can give you runs with the stick. I don't understand it. Now, Robbie Brown Paul is a pace bowler, right? Again, I thought in the UAE you wanted some spin, which is where I'm a little confused that they didn't go with Sunil Narayan, but that's, besides the point. I just see who's going to be the guy, Nick, when wickets start falling, that is able to say, okay, no. Let me go ahead and slow down the scoring, and maybe I'll get you 50 at a $110 strike rate or whatever, maybe even a $120 strike rate, right? But I'm not going to keep going for these huge 6s and get dismissed once 2-3 wickets just drop quickly, 4 wickets drop quickly. Who's going to stop the batting collapse here? That's my concern.
I think you have 3 potential guys. First of all, Pollard, right? He never puts himself too high in the order, so you put him there at 4, 5,
he'll come in
6.
At 6, right?
Yeah, 6. So I mean, he's been doing it for your Knight Riders recently as well, very, very well. Second, Hitmeyer. This guy can be very, very smart and selective. And man, when he wants to go for that boundary or that 6, he just turns it like a switch. If he can survive the first 5 or 6 balls. And then last, I would say, where's it at? Oh man, I just lost it. Oh, Fabian Allen. Fabian Allen can be that guy who can be a little anchor for you. I'm not sure if he bats higher in the lineup, maybe a 3. I'm not sure where he's at, but he can be that guy. So I think you got 3 potential right there.
Interesting. I mean, again, we'll see what happens. I tell you what, though, this lineup, bro, from 1 through 8, they can rake. And if your bowlers aren't nailing those Yorkers, okay, if they're not absolutely nailing those Yorkers and they get those balls up, some balls are gonna fly, bro. God forbid it's a game like in Sarjar, bro. The universe boss and Pollard can hit him out by mistake. They can miss-hit the ball, and it's going to go for 6, all right? Russell? Oh, my gosh. So, I mean, they got some power here. Again, Andre Fletcher, the Spice Man. You know, there's so much power here. So I can see huge scores, but then I can also see low scores when guys get dismissed and they face the better bowling in the tournament. That's my concern. But, man, as far as, like, you know, walking in and being light, I don't think so, cousin. I don't think so. And after seeing this, although I am disappointed in the omission of Sunil Narayan and Holder as a reserve, you know, I'll tell you right now, we're getting out of the groups. We're getting out of the group stage, bro. And I said it. I was gonna stop myself, but I said it. We're getting out of this group stage, bro. Bring it. I don't care if they put us in a bracket of death. Come get it. Who's in the group stage with us? India, come get it. Who's in there with us? England, come get it. Who's in there with us? New Zealand, you can't play away from home. Please put New Zealand in there. Come get it, bro. Wow. Come get it. You know what I mean? What? You seeing the universe boss. You seeing Andre Russell. This is where we play, cousin. I'm going to pump you for 6, bro. Break some people's hearts right now. Oh, I can't wait.
I've been paying attention to some of the T20 for West Indies scores and whatnot. And even though I love to beat you, I really like the West Indies a lot. Not going to lie. And I've noticed just from my few observances that Chris Gale, when he's come back after his IPL season last year, after everyone shamed Gabe for even suggesting Chris Gale coming back in, and that was at the UAE where he was a monster, he hasn't had the best performances. So I looked at the numbers right here, and it's crazy. T20I, his average is just under 30, which isn't horrible, right, but his IPL average is over 40. It's crazy. They're both T20, but it's crazy how he shows up for the IPL a little more than the T20I. But this is in the UAE, so it's almost like the best of both worlds for him. So it'll be interesting to see in those matches he has in that tournament to see which kind of Chris Gale will show up. Now, he's going to be Chris Gale regardless. He's not going to be Pujara. He's not going to be the Wall or anything. Yeah. If he goes down, you do have some guys to support him. But if he goes off at number 2, oh, man. Woo.
Bro, here's one thing you don't got to worry about with a West Indies squad. Ain't nobody T20, right? Nobody sees, bro. Nobody's gonna see more than 20 balls. All right, period. You know how guys drive you crazy and KO Raul. Let's be real. I love KO Raul, but he'll give you 50 runs right on 30 balls or 35 balls. That's not economical.
I think you're being generous. Like
that's being generous. Yeah, I've seen him do 56 on 40 balls or whatever. But bro, nobody in the West Indies is going to see more than 20 balls. Matter of fact, that's the coaching strategy. If I was in the locker room, I'd be like, all right, you got your 20 balls. If you haven't done anything with it, give up the wicket. Somebody else is coming, right?
Is that in the contract? You go 21 balls, you're fired?
You go 21 balls, you better give me a 50, cousin. You better. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, like nobody on the West Indies side, that's the one thing that people clown and say, man, Joe Root can't play 220. He'd say 100 of the 120 balls, bro. He'd be out there all day long. Like, you got to score. You got to press him. He'd get confused. You know, he'd get confused. But in the West Indies, bro, we absolutely rake. That's what we do. Again, can we bowl? Is the bowling going to be good enough? And I believe it's good enough to get out of the group stage. Is it going to be good enough to win a championship? Somebody once said the best defense is an offense, right? Put up 250. Go ahead, chase that. You know what I mean? Put up 220. Go ahead, chase that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they're going to have to win games. You know what I mean? because they don't have the huge, big time wicket takers like in Australia does with Patty Cummings. He's going to be coming in and taking scalps, cousin. You know what I mean? Again, Boomerang taking scalps. I mentioned it. Jofra Archer in the IPL more scalps than anyone, Nick, in the power. How valuable that is, being able to take those scalps, break up those opening power partnership in the power play. But he's out, so England is hurting a little bit. And I told you, I think England is also in trouble because they don't have their normal depth. And listen, there's 3 things that are certain in life, all right? Death, taxes, and the fact that Chris, the fact that your boy Wood be hurt. Wood's gonna be hurt. He is, okay? Guaranteed. What?
Did you use the pun? Oh man, you must be feeling so dirty about yourself.
Oh, I do feel so dirty, but man, I am so excited for the squad. I am. After the abuse we've taken in tests, I'm so excited.
From not the biggest follower of the Windies, it looks like a pretty good squad. But let me tell you this to end my thoughts about this. They won the World Cup, T20 World Cup, or the ODI World Cup in 75 and then 79, and they lost in 83 to India, right? Back-to-back champs, and then lost to India in the final. Do you know that they're back-to-back champs right now? 2012, 2016.
Defending champs, baby.
They're going to go a 3rd time to the finals, and like from 1983, they're going to get beat by India, baby. So history is going to repeat itself.
Listen, I would love to see a West Indies-India final, and like I said,
ultimate bragging rights.
Ultimate bragging rights there. Oh, I wouldn't let you live it down. I wouldn't
be able to do this for like a year. Oh,
no. Some of the other squads, and again, Australia, I'm an Australia fan too, but dude, their bats are what's suspect. It's not their bowling. Their bowling is going to do what their bowling does. Can their bats? Do you see Australia with a squad right now that's going to go out there and put up a 200 score, 220? I don't think so. All right, stop it. Smudge has been a shade of himself. All right, I'm just saying. The big show, Glenn Maxwell, he's probably going to be good for 20, 30 runs, 40 runs, but he's not going to go out there and put up those massive centuries. Stop. I mean, really, who's going to carry that team offensively? You could see India had the best of both worlds because they got the bowling, you get the wickets, but then all you need is 1 or 3 guys in India to give you a 50, and you're going to get those hundreds, and they're cruising to a win. And of course, when you're opening up with Rohit, one of the most prolific white ball players and T20
the real hitman. How dare you,
bro? It's a beast. So that's why I think that these are the 2 best sides. Again, followed by England, and England might be the 2nd best side. But Wood's going to be hurt. No Jofra Archer. I don't care what people say. That's going to hurt. And no Ben Stokes. I mean, come on. You're walking in. You're walking into a gunfight with a knife. All right. Somebody pulled out a shotty on you, and you put out a switchblade. You can't go to war with a switchblade, cousin. You know what I mean? You can't do it. You got a shotty. So just say it.
Dude, Stokes been out for a while now.
Oh, man. You did not just use the first name as a put now. Wow. Stokes been out. Oh, man. You're horrible.
That was bad. All right. Thank you so much for watching this. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts as always. And hey, you're in the mood to watch What is Cricket once again. So go and check that out. And until next time.
That's 6 runs.